Hi everyone, it's Jaden, and you're listening to the Health Notes podcast, where I talk about everything from health and lifestyle to mindset for the performing artist. Whether you're a singer, an actor, or simply a health and fitness enthusiast, I hope you'll join me in discovering how we can elevate our health to give our best performances. Hi everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of Health Notes. I'm so excited to share this journey with you as we explore how health, fitness, and singing come together in ways that enhance not just our performances, but our lives. To start my first episode, let me tell you a little bit about myself and why I'm here. Singing has always been a part of my life. My dad is the lead singer of a Christian band, and some of my earliest memories are of being at his concerts. I remember watching him on stage, feeling so inspired by how music connected him to people. I was surrounded by music pretty much constantly growing up, and I remember it being the coolest thing when my brother and I got to travel with him, riding the tour bus and watching him make such an impact with his music. Eventually, I began singing backup vocals for him as a teenager. I remember one time in particular, though, we were at church, I was singing BGVs, and something about that moment made me realize how much I loved singing, using my voice and working with other musicians. Honestly, that moment is when I thought, okay, maybe this is something I could do for a living. Over time, I found myself actually drawn to classical music, something completely different than worship music. It just felt like a natural fit for my voice, and it offered a whole new world of things to explore and learn. I wanted to learn as much as I could about music, which is what led me to get my bachelor's degree in classical vocal performance. Now I'm finishing my master's degree in the same field at NYU here in New York City, and I will get that degree in May of 2025, so super excited about that. That journey has been incredible, but it has also taught me something most singers don't talk about enough: the importance of whole body health. In undergrad, most of us took a vocal pedagogy class to learn about the vocal mechanism, how the voice works, how to protect it, and how to train it. But I feel that whole body health is not talked about enough in this space, and there are so many things that I just learned through trial and error during undergrad. Your body is your instrument, and keeping it healthy is essential. So that's why I'm so excited to start this podcast and hopefully provide you with some of the things I wish I had known from the start. Now let's talk about health, because it's a huge part of my story and my family's story. My dad was diagnosed with Crohn's disease when he was 11, and as a result, health and nutrition were always priorities for us growing up. My mom became a pro at adapting recipes to fit my dad's dietary restrictions. I still remember her making lasagna, but instead of using normal noodles and cheese, she used rice noodles and made fake cheese out of tofu. It was honestly great. My mom is an amazing cook, and we eat that to this day. It's my preferred lasagna recipe. We also didn't drink cow's milk because we thought it wasn't good for us. Now, a little side note here, now that I know more about dairy, I think that was actually the best choice for us, because most pasteurized milk contains a protein called A1, which can be hard for many people to digest. But there's another protein, A2, found in certain types of milk made by a certain type of cow or goats or other animals that's much easier for our bodies to process. At the time, we didn't have that distinction. It was just no cow's milk. And honestly, I wasn't mad about it. I was the kid who did not like my mac and cheese. Very weird for a child. But anyway, looking back though, I see how those choices really laid a foundation for me. Health became something I thought about early on, and that awareness has stayed with me to this day. It's not just about following trends or doing what's popular. It's about understanding what your body needs and how to support it in the best way possible. Fitness came into my life a little later on. I think I've always been fascinated with movement. I used to compete as a figure skater, and I started that when I was 4. I loved learning routines and seeing what my body was capable of. Later on, actually during COVID, I started running and fell in love with that. It was just a way to get out of the house and move my body when everything was shut down. In college though, running became my preferred way of working out, especially because I noticed how helpful it was for my cardiovascular health and stamina. And I remember during one particular show, we had to do this crazy choreography, and I wouldn't wouldn't consider myself really a dancer, but I noticed that I wasn't out of breath, and that was really encouraging for me, that I could run around on stage and sing at the same time and not be as out of breath because of running. Then I hit a little setback. My first semester of master's, I broke my foot and running had to take a back seat. That's when I really got into strength training. I had done strength training on and off for years, but that's when I really fell in love with it because I had to stay consistent at something, and that something could not be running or even like walking at first. Strength training taught me how to connect with my body in a new way, and my core was feeling way stronger. I actually noticed how much it was helping with my breath control while singing more than running, which I was surprised about. It was like I had unlocked a new part of my voice, and it was just really exciting. So how does all of this tie together? Singing, health, and fitness, they've each played a huge role in my life, and I've come to realize how deeply they're connected. When I'm taking care of my body, whether through good nutrition, consistent movement, or mindful rest, I'm a better singer. My voice feels stronger, my stamina improves, and I can just focus more on connecting with my audience. And when I'm engaged in something creative like singing, it fuels my energy and keeps me motivated to take care of my health. So that's why I'm starting this podcast. The Health Notes podcast is going to be a place where we'll explore how these pieces all fit together. I'll share my personal experiences, things I've learned along the way, and tips that have made a difference in my life. We'll talk about everything from staying healthy during a demanding performance schedule to the best foods and supplements for vocal and overall health. Ultimately, my goal is to help you live a more vibrant, balanced life, whether you're a singer, a performer, or someone just trying to figure out how to make it all work. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so excited to start this journey with you and to share more about how health, fitness, and singing can come together to create something beautiful. If you enjoyed this episode, please make sure to subscribe and share it with someone who might need a little inspiration or encouragement. And if you have questions or topics you'd like me to cover, please reach out. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, stay strong and stay healthy.